Hey guys, welcome back, Cruelty Free Fam. So we're doing a little bit of a different type of video today, and this started because I've always mentioned to you guys how we do, or I sell and buy on things like Reddit, or I don't really use eBay much anymore, really for makeup or anything like that. But just different places. I mostly stick to Reddit because it is pretty, what's the term? Moderated. There we go. But certain things do slip through no matter how careful that you are. So one of the things that I wanted to show you guys was a counterfeit product. So I bought this from a user on Reddit, and I had actually bought from her, or did I sell her something? I don't know. I recognize the address. Oh, I bought from her and then I sold her something. So a lot of people on there I feel are usually, I mean, you can tell who is selling things like what is the term? Flipping. There we go. You can tell the people who are flippers, and you can tell kind of who are just regular users who are like, hey, I'm moving, or I just have too much makeup, that type of thing. This didn't work for me. So this is my Mary Luminizer that I got years and years ago. It was one of the first highlighters I ever got, and then it's broken, and I've tried fixing it with the alcohol trick and stuff like that. It still is just very, that didn't help any. It still, as you can see, is very broken. It's on the mirror. I've been trying to use it, excuse me, it is still just very broken and shattered. So it's just become kind of a pain. And I was like, well, if I can find another one for cheap and I don't have to buy it, then you know, I'd really enjoy that, and I can maybe declutter this as someone who's better with that whole alcohol trick than I am. Because I tried that with a Tarte palette too, and I was like, no, this is not working. So this girl had one for sale, and I went ahead and bought it, and I received it in the mail. Didn't really look at it, and finally decided to break it out. And I was like, oh, this packaging looks kind of flat and almost, you know how like when you copy something and it's got that just, I don't know the word to describe it, like flat feel to it compared to the original. That's kind of what came off to me. But in the back, it looks a little filtered almost. And so I was just like, okay, the rest looks good. You know, I was like, okay, whatever. So I opened it, and this looked flat to me as well. And look at the difference here. This one is a lot more clear. It's got these very clear shine. Oh, it's got this very clear shine on her curl, and you can see the brunette in it and stuff like that. Whereas this looks, you know, when you copy something and you don't get all of the, what's the term? The contrast. And as you can tell, this looks a little bit different. Like this part looks off. And then, sorry, I had mine on a magnetic board for a little bit. So I look at the back and I was like, okay, well, it looks just a little off, but not terrible. So it wasn't until I opened the product that I realized something was really wrong. This is not the product that I knew it was. I was like, this is weird unless they reformulated. So here, that is what you get. That is not Mary Luminizer style. So let me try not to break it this time. Okay, so, oop, I should use a different finger. That's just me pressing into it. So that is Mary Luminizer. See that difference? I know it's hard to tell, but the difference is definitely astounding. And then if you look at these right next to each other. They're clearly two different colors. This is more of a golden champagne type. I would compare this more to champagne pop. And then as you can see, this is a very fair champagne color. And this is more sun-kissed bronzy and peachy. This is much lighter. So I Googled it just to make sure, because I know there are some products that are counterfeit that I know about, like MAC products and stuff like that. Usually big sellers. But to me, I thought an old product like Mary Luminizer from The Balm, I didn't think would be counterfeit, but clearly I was wrong. So I went ahead and Googled it, and sure enough, it talked about what items were counterfeit. And obviously, since I had the real thing next to me, I could obviously tell with the font and the, on the back, it didn't have the, see right here, there's supposed to be that 12-month label right here, and it's not. Every cosmetic is supposed to have one of these labels, these expiration date labels. This does not have it. Obviously, like I said, the font, the flat lay, just things that weren't perfect. I am lucky where I have worked with a counterfeit division, so I know some things about that. And I just wanted to warn you guys that even things that you think might not be popular or might not be affected, if something doesn't feel right to you or doesn't seem right, or you think, oh, I thought this product was better, and you bought it from a secondhand retailer or even a retailer where you were surprised it was. I recently learned that products like Paul Mitchell or oh God, there was another one. I can't remember what it was, but there are certain products where you're kind of like, oh, Target sells that. Just to double check lot numbers and stuff like that. Like I even know, even though I love shopping at TJ Maxx, I love shopping at Marshalls and things like that, some things that they get just might be past the expiration date or something's wrong with the lot number. So if you're ever suspicious and you ever think maybe something's too good to be true, make sure that you double check it just to ease your mind. You can Google, like I said, the lot number, or maybe just Google to see if they've ever had any issues and things like that. Or if you are, thinking it's a counterfeit, I just Googled Mary Luminizer counterfeit and it came up with a bunch of stuff. So, yeah, that is just my chat for the day. I hope you guys learned something new. And if you have any tips or tricks for spotting counterfeits or expired products or anything that might help anyone, go ahead and leave a comment below. And if you could like and subscribe while you're at it, I'd be very grateful. Have a great day, Cruelty Free fam. Bye.